dog. He is here. You may not be able to see very well. I see him, see him do something about that. No show without punch. Hello, sugar plum. And there goes the microphone. Come on, move. He's what you'd call a clumsy sod. Right.
And that's the first time I caught anything that.
Yes. Right. Right. The main thing I want to say to start off on this one is that the Chatter, Brew and a Big Black Dog is going to be moving from Mondays to Tuesdays. For the simple reason being Mondays we're finding it's a little bit tiring, are we not?
Yeah.
So,
well, we've got, it's quite tiring being in the studio and then we're getting back. Most often not, we're taking Laddie out, getting back, or having tea, and then taking Laddie out, and then I'm just collapsing on the sofa. Then that seems to happen on a Wednesday and a Thursday as well. If I go to, when I go to the MS centre. So I think Tuesdays are a better thing.
So I'll be able to. Okay, so you didn't like that cushion? Right, well.
It's got to get it right.
So you won't make yourself at all. Yeah, so the Chatter, Brew and a Big Black Dog will be moving to Tuesdays from now on. Hence the reason we're doing it today, which is Thursday. Tuesday, sorry. So that's that. So if you watch it on the Monday, waiting for it to be done, then you're going to be slightly disappointed because it won't be on until Tuesday. Or something like that. Kickstarter news this week. We have heard that the foil cards for the new Sentinels of the Multiverse Oblivion Kickstarter campaign. The Heroes foil cards are slightly delayed. Not a big problem. They aren't going to be released in time for Gen, or they aren't going to be available in time for Gen Con, so anybody going there wanting them is going to be disappointed, but there we are. I can wait a few weeks more. That's just going to be the first instalment of the delivery of those, so it's going to niggle that one. Secondly, there's going to be a new Kickstarter starting off with the Ghost Hunter titles. We've had Ghost Hunter Spirits, which was the first one, and then we had Vampires. The last one we had was Witches. This one is going to be Monsters. So there we are. That's going to be the fourth instalment of the Ghost Hunter. If we could raise over a certain level, they're going to be redoing the Spirits the Spirits cards to make it fit in with the last two on this one that's coming up, because the Spirits one, which was the first one, had a completely different artist, but who couldn't, for whatever reason, couldn't stick around and do the artwork for the following games. So hopefully we can get that and we can get those cards sorted out, because even though they're good, they just don't fit in with the others anymore. There's a slight size difference with the cards as well as the artistic difference, so they really need sorting, I think.
I don't know much about this, so I'm not just letting him ramble.
Oh, get on to the gaming. I can talk.
Okay.
This week is, or so to say, next week, next Monday, the 100th episode of Mini Warzone's P&Q videos will be going up. He's doing a special one next week.
Special appearance.
Yes, Mrs. Mini Warzone will be taking his place and doing all the questions and answers. So we have a question for you.
Question each.
Mm.
You
We're
start
being
off
greedy.
first.
I was hoping you'd start off first so I can think of one.
Okay, mine's because of my involvement with the MS Centre and with Peter having MS. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I doubt myself. When I know that when things just flow, I doubt myself. And I've watched your film so much, but anyway, getting back to it, because my involvement with the MS and Centre, and because Peter
He's getting his Sunday name today.
has MS, a lot of what we try and aim to put forward is it's not only the person that has MS that suffers from it, it's everybody in the family. The question is, how does it, if it's not too personal, but how does that side of things affect you in a way? And I asked Peter if he's got any support down there, and he said he doesn't really have much support to do with his MS. What type of support would you think should be available for him and for other families that have people in it that suffer with MS? That's my questions, really.
And now on to a much more personal one. Being the wife of a gamer, are you do you join in the hobby every now and again? You know, just sit down and play games with your worse half, or not? If you do, how long did it take you to sort of like get interested, and more importantly, what advice could you give to any couples who one part is a game and the other one isn't, as to getting them together to play games, as it were? And I'm meaning that as in board games. Don't be naughty. So that's our questions for Pete's Q&A for next week. However, if anybody else would like to answer them as well, please feel free to do so. We're always happy to hear from people.
That's well, yours is quite a
general one.
A general one, yeah.
There may be some others who have the same, are in the same situation as well. So that's with chronic conditions. You know, who might feel nice to be able to talk about it. If you would, please feel free. We don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl, our Devon Postman.
Oh God, yes, he did. Yes, right. I know the yes. I'm glad you reminded me about that. I forgot all about it. On my Q&A last week, it was. I nearly said on my P and Q. On my Q&A last week, I'll just stop myself because I've slightly forgotten what the question. Oh yes, a question was asked by Kel, the Devon Postman, to both of us. Unfortunately,
I was at my mother's.
I was at mum's when I did it on Saturday afternoon. So
it seems like actually the days are going like the day after you used to do them.
Yeah, at the moment days are just going like that. We have absolutely no time to do anything at the moment. As soon as we sit down, we're either falling asleep or we're just that drained we can't be bothered. But anyway, we have more questions, by the way. I'm going to have to get you to sort them out.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway, the question that was asked to us both, what do we love about living in Wigan and Lancashire?
Mm.
Now I answered it, hopefully I answered it adequately enough, seeing as I don't like living in Wigan, but still. It's now your turn, so what do you love about living in Wigan and Lancashire?
Right. I'm from a little village off junction 27 of the M6 called Shevington. Now, I'm closer to the Lancashire border since 1970 something or other, when Margaret Thatcher decided to change all the borders and creating Merseyside as one as well. But that consequently moved Wigan into Greater Manchester. I have always put on my address Lancashire because I am not from Greater Manchester. I am from Lancashire, thank you very much. The thing I like about Wigan, well,
Yes, thanks, you.
the things I like about Wigan, when you get to know the people, they are fantastic. That's when you get to know them, because to begin with, they can be very outlandish and very
Well, Wigan is offstandish. Standish, isn't it?
ha 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 ha.
there is an area around here
called Standish. And that's next to Shevington. But anyway,
You mean standoffish?
can I carry on? You managed
Sorry.
to speak on your own accord.
That's because I was on my own.
Exactly.
And I could get a word in edgeways then.
Anyway.
I'll go and take Laddie for a walk and come back another half an hour.
No, you don't need
Essentially.
to. I'll be able to manage in less time than that if I don't get interrupted. Thank you very much.
Ooh! Get her! I can't do that properly with a cupping hand. Ooh! Get her!
It's so good that he knows what I'm like. No. Really, no. People of Wigan can be, and some people have said that they're very backwards.
Well, basically, some of them are.
I bet, yes, they can be. They can be very not within the times. Can be very not forthcoming to the modern cultures and worlds. I agree with that.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
But the things I like about Wigan is the fact that when the going gets tough, the people of Wigan come together. I'm talking rugby here. Wigan is a rugby town, not a football town. It's a rugby town. Okay? Wigan Athletic can go and cough as far as I'm concerned. It's my answer. Thank you very much. It has really nice areas. Like in Shevington, it can go walk down to the canal, Leeds Liverpool Canal, and walk along it. You've got par bowls as well. You've got hay hall. You've got other areas that are nice, but then you've got areas that aren't nice.
Wigan Town Centre.
Now, there has been a lot of regeneration of Wigan Town Centre, and I feel sorry for it because it's lost its history, if you will, because Wigan Pier, which was a pier at the side of a canal for people who were at the mill or in the coal mines to bring the stuff to the barges to then get it up to where it needs to go. That was the pier. It's not a pier on a seashore or whatever, but now it's just two stumps that have been bent up. That's the Wigan Pier.
Well, actually, that Wigan Pier was done by students at Technical College. The actual location of the original Wigan Pier is missing. We don't know where it is.
Well, if anybody comes to Wigan and they look for Wigan Pier, then they'll assume that one is Wigan Pier.
Yeah.
Or the big thing that used to have the museum in and such. But it's under regeneration now, and all the history of Wigan, what used to be as in a coal mining town, a rugby town, is just being all taken off. The things that I would say makes Wigan is just being lost, because they're trying to make it into like a Preston in which it becomes a city.
Homogenising the town centre to make it look like every other town centre is not good.
It's I am quite passionate about me being a Wiganer, as he is quite passionate about being a Yicker. What?
I said I couldn't care less about that, to be honest, as long as I'm,
I'm sorry. You take the mick out of people that are from Wigan. You take the mick out of people who support Wigan.
I take the mick out of
Warriors.
people from St Helens as well. I do support St Helens. I take the mick out of everybody.
You can't really take the mick out of St Helens if you're taking the mick out of Wiganers by going, if you're doing that song, the Saint song. So you know what I mean. So that's. I must admit, coming from a country village, if you will, a country town, I would, and now I've lived up in Huddersfield as well, and I moved back to Wigan.
That's where the cows come from.
I've moved back to Wigan, and and I'm glad I have, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have met this person.
But she's dreading it now.
But it's really bad. It's really stupid, because if I was still living in the village, Sherrington, I would be able to have chosen which hospital I needed to go to at the time. But because I was in Wigan Town Centre, that's classed as Greater Manchester, I had to go all the way down to London. Which was very traumatic. I'm not a city person, and Wigan should never be a city. It should always be a town, and the history of it needs to be. It's like they've tore down one of the oldest schools in Wigan Town Centre, called the Deanery, and they've built this horrible
car park.
It looks like a car park. It does. It looks like a car park. It's humongous. It's just awful. And it doesn't fit the area. It doesn't at all. Because across the road there's like an old pub called the Collier's Arms, and then next to that there's another pub opposite called the Pear Tree, and then you've got another pub called the Tudor, which is at the start of the bus station, of which they're also wanting to regenerate as well. And then next to the Deanery, actually, in between the Deanery and the Tech, Wigan College, Passers Walk campus, they've got this, what used to be the Vicar's Hut, I forgot what it's called.
I don't know.
You know the vicar, the priest that used to run Wigan Parish Church? And they used to live in that house.
Yeah.
What do they call the house that vicar?
The vicarage.
It was like a vicarage or something like that. Anyway, that's been bought out privately and done up, and it's lovely. It is lovely, but it's within the time, not flipping what they've done to the Deanery. So as you can tell, I love Wigan. I'm very passionate about Wigan, But to try and keep its history, I don't like the regeneration of it. I don't like new Wigan. I'd rather have old Wigan.
I'd rather have old Wigan Market than the new one. There was so much character in that. You walk into Wigan Market now, all the stalls are closed.
Oh yeah. Well, do you know why that is?
They can't afford the rents.
No. Well, that's. But no, the Morrison's in Wigan Town Centre's closed. They're closing the market as well. So then all that can be regenerated into this massive Mecca centre, if they call it.
Trying to get it so everything's under one roof, and that's just going to take all the atmosphere away.
But then again, Wigan Council, they only like big businesses, because big businesses bring in, they can charge big businesses all the council tax, the thingy tax that they can do. Corporation tax, whatever, business tax, and that, because I've had friends that have had little businesses and they've fallen down and they've had to close because of Wigan Council.
Yeah, there was Wigan Model Centre. That closed down a few years ago because they couldn't keep it running, and that has been going for, well, since I was a kid.
They keep finding little pockets of land that should be green, but the class is brown land, and building on them. They keep building houses on houses on houses to get more people and population in here into Wigan, so then they can get more funding to turn it into a horrible city. And it shouldn't be like that.
No.
I went. Oh, yeah. I look at Lancashire. Lancashire.
Cool. What do you like about living in Lancashire?
It's the people.
Even though it's Greater Manchester.
It's not. You go into from Shevington, go into Standish, go into follow a road into a little village town called Coppell, and then you get into a town called Chorley. Now that is lovely. It's only got an in and out train station to go to Blackpool. And not along that route, but there's no train from Wigan to Chorley. You have to get the bus into there if you're not a driver. But it's lovely. The at the side of there's a little village called Brinskull, and that's where my dad was actually brought up at. And my granddad was a police officer there, riding on his motorbike, going around the malls and everything. It's lovely. I'd rather have that sort of scenery and be part of Lancashire. And again, the people there are such lovely people. I would say they're more lovely than Wigan, to be honest.
That doesn't really say much.
So, to be honest, if my mum didn't live in Wigan, I think I would move out of Wigan and go more Lancashire rather than Merseyside. Although we're going to win the lottery tonight and we're going to buy a house in Hay Hall.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
And then I can start travelling. I've got a game lined up with Tattoo for You. And he's in America.
You need to get your passport sorted first.
Yes, I know that. You know the big beady dude you watch?
We've also got a friend who lives in Corfu.
Mm-hmm.
But at this moment in time, we're unable to get there because I cannot afford to get his passport renewal. So I'm going to be cheeky. At the end of at the end of the videos, and it comes. at the end it has the PayPal thing and
With the little begging letter.
yeah, the begging letter
To build money up for the channel.
the channel. Yes. Well, probably the passport will be a good investment for the channel, so you can do vlogs when you're travelling. Yeah.
That's not the reason we're doing that. That's for equipment, software, that kind of thing. It's not for. That's it now.
But how are you going to get to if you've not got a passport? And then you can do it, collaborate.
Once we've,
And then
that's
you
what
can
I've said.
collaborate.
We'll win the lottery tonight. We can buy our house and I can start travelling. Because I've got my big game lined up with Tattoo for You.
Okay.
We can get down and have a game with Pete as well when he was on.
Okay.
If you're up for it.
Can I hire my friend as our chauffeur?
Hmm?
Can I hire my friend as our chauffeur?
You got a friend? When did that happen? You didn't tell me.
Sid.
Oh yeah. Right, so Kel.
My waffles ended up there now.
Kel, the Devon postman, yes. I bet you're sorry you asked that question now, aren't you?
I don't think you better ask me any questions in the future.
No. Ask
No, I'm passionate about things.
Yeah.
Any question that is asked, I answer it with my full passion.
That's the idea. That's the idea of these
And that's when I do Twitter on, but then I get I get annoyed because of Twitter on, and I should be used to the personalities such as Stevie by now, because I've had it my whole freaking life. When I've been talking or answering a question, and I've been having little inputs from people as well.
But I do it in fun.
They have as well.
That's alright then.
So yeah, there you go.
So if you've got any more questions you'd like to ask, please put them in the comment section for the Q&As, or send them to the email address queenbeealley
2016.
@gmail.com. It's almost as if we'd rehearsed that.
This is like
40 minutes we've been at that before we started this video, and she still can't get it right.
code.uk.
Mind you, saying that, what?
Is it code.uk? I made it.
No, we just decided to do it then. It's not as if, no, we've not been practicing. Although saying that, when I was a kid, I was in a school play, and he had 2 words to say. It is.
I did miss your cue.
And I spent weeks beforehand practicing saying it different ways and that. And everything was alright. I sorted on whichever way I wanted to say it. I walked on stage, I was asked the question, and my answer was, is it? Instead of it is. I was supposed to say it is, and I said, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, that joke fell flat as usual. We went to Wigan Infirmary yesterday, didn't we?
What's that?
We went to Wigan Infirmary yesterday, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
I went visiting some of my paintings.
Yeah, I know.
I actually
Lovely.
I actually found an area that I didn't know where they'd hung them, and I found me the 2. I knew that the one of the orca had been hung up up in the entrance to the kids' wall, but the other 2 paintings I didn't know where they were hung, and I didn't know this particular corridor. And we actually found it yesterday, and we saw them all.
So because I said,
I decided to take proper notice of where on the paintings were hung, because they put a list on, and I've missed that one. Oh well. So I finally seen all the paintings at the infirmary. They're all hung up on display, ready for sale. They're looking nice though. I've got a feeling they're going to be coming down very soon. They went up in, was it May? June, July? Or next month when they come down? Or the end of this month? Not quite sure which. Ah well.
I think you need to set up a selling page on Facebook. That the orca. Oh my! But there's a picture on Stephen's Facebook about it.
There's actually a picture here.
And yeah.
That's the orca.
And it was just placed at the right level, and it just seems that it doesn't seem like a picture, or even a photograph. It just seems that it can just. The thing with Stevie's artistic
Style.
with your pictures and stuff and your style, they just seem to soak you in, and but they just seem so alive. That orca just seems so alive. It's just lovely.
And that one's thanks to Wilson Bickford. I watched a couple of his episodes of his TV series they did for PBS, or Public Service, whatever they call it. Public Broadcasting Service, that was it. PBS, yeah. His first series, he had a couple of episodes where he did a picture of a killer whale that was leaping out of the water, and I thought it looked good, so I tried it and enjoyed myself doing it, and I got quite a good result. I was pleased with this anyway. And
No, carry on.
Yeah, so I did that one. Did one of a just playing about. I got a picture of a candle which I painted using a knife and oil, which is that one. And then there was another one I did, which was of a winter scene with a little cottage and a few pine trees and snow coming down, which is that one.
I like that one as well.
So I was quite happy I actually saw them all yesterday, because I really hadn't known that corridor was there.
The candle looks like it's very tactile because it's done by oil, but it does look like it's just been lit and you're waiting for the wax to start dripping on it. It's fab.
Could have done something with that, I think. Oh, never mind.
Thing is, you can always add to it though, can you?
I can, but I don't think I will.
Um,
I'm one of these who once I've signed the painting, it's finished. And I
Oh.
don't go back to them. Because if I start fiddling, I can ruin it, so I don't.
if you are in the area, are they not on the website?
I
Do
don't know.
they not have a website?
They possibly do, but I don't know whether there's anything on there for it. It's actually Arts in Health, or Arts and Health, I'm not sure which it is. It's to raise, they sell them to raise funds for their Three Wishes charity, as well as to make the corridors a lot brighter and a lot more cheerful. Keep people's minds occupied as they're walking through. And,
There was one on the
Oh.
St. Christopher Home entrance, and you actually called me back to have a look at it. I was like, oh, like that, and then I looked at you and I went, oh, like that, and it was sort of you know, them pictures that are you don't
optical illusions.
optical illusion, yeah, that type of thing, because there's an actual face in it, and it was good. It's only a sort of just a bit bigger than an A4 size, and it was lovely.
It was nice, just like two trees when you first look at it. When you look past the trees, you'll see a woman's face with.
Because I think the face was made out of like the clouds, wasn't it?
Well, the trees formed the eyes, and there was something that formed the nose. I can't remember what.
Right.
It was really nice.
It was great.
Just a little watercolour sketch.
Then I saw a Highland
coo.
A Highland coo. You know, the ones with the long shaggy hair and the big horns.
Boris Johnson's brother.
And it was so, I loved it. You didn't like it though. You didn't appreciate the squiggles that she put on it,
I
did
liked the picture, but when you look closer, she'd done squiggles all over it with the pen, and it was painted over, and I didn't like the squiggles. From a distance, you couldn't see that, and it looked good, but when you actually paid attention to it. And there was another.
I
couple
loved
that she'd
it.
done.
I loved it. If again, when we win the lottery, I might even ask for it.
And that one can hang in your bedroom then.
Excuse me. I'll hang in my office looking over the countryside.
Oh dear. I love reactions like that.
I just had an email back from the idiots at your housing. So,
Oh, good. Mm.
I've got nothing more to say now.
Haven't you?
No.
Mm.
Because me had just gone on to that topic and I
well.
don't want to speak about it.
Can I tickle you then?
No.
Something came to mind then and it's gone. Oh, we had a lovely day on Friday, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, your birthday.
Yeah, we went to Coral Island Chippy for dinner. I do that every year on my birthday.
There's one thing you've got to do.
Yes, I'm trying to work out whether I mentioned this on the Q&A.
I think you did do.
It was so funny. Would you like to explain? Or?
I think you did do.
Well, what we did is I went and ordered my dinner, then I started to order hers in the way that she said she wanted it.
Coming from Wigan, we've got a certain language. So if you go into a chip shop, some people say for you know the puddings, sweet puddings. We go, can I have a Barbie's yed, peas, pea wet, and chips, please?
Now, for anybody who does speak English,
that is steak and kidney suet pudding,
which is a Barbie's yed,
which is Barbie's yed,
baby's head.
Yeah. With chips, and pea wet is just the juice of the peas.
Oh. So she asked for Barbie's yed. I'm completely confused, the young lady behind the till. She said, we don't have any of those, and Ali chimed up with, yes you do. He says, no we don't. I said, steak and kidney pudding. She said, we've got those.
So we actually said yesterday, I know you didn't say it. We said it yesterday on video.
That was
so we've basically said.
I said it somewhere. Am I slipping down here because it's getting lower and lower and lower?
You are, yes. Anybody.
Hang on a minute.
Anybody who goes into the chip shop in Coral Island, the one that sells the haddock and chips, well, haddock fish, then please, anybody who's wanting steak and kidney pudding, please don't say, can I have steak and kidney pudding please? Go in and ask for a Barbie's yed.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be Coral Island chippy though. If you do that in any chippy that's close to you,
yeah, good idea. No, I was going to see, because the girl in the Coral Island was called Becky, and she had black glasses on and thick hair, but with a band on, and she might click onto it. You see, that's why I said that.
Yeah, but just for a bit of a laugh, right? If you're feeling a little peckish, then you want to go to the chippy. You fancy a pudding. You know what to ask for now.
A Barbie's yed.
A Barbie's yed.
But also, if you want pudding, chips and peas, but you just don't want the actual peas, you just want just the pea juice, you go Barbie's yed, chips and pea wet.
But if they're watching this down south, they don't have peas and chippies down there.
What does they have then?
I don't know. Curry sauce, gravy, I don't know. They're a bit slightly strange down south. They're a strange breed.
And that comes into the line of Peter Kay. As they out moist.
Exactly. I was shocked the first time I went into a chippy, so like down south, and fish chips and peas, please.
Here's me saying I've got an outside.
We don't have peas. What? You're a chippy, how can you not have peas? I was ever so slightly flabbergasted. Not only that, but shocked. And so I had to completely readjust my way of thinking. Not nice.
So if you do come and visit you, Peter,
You best get the chippy around the corner, tell him get some peas in.
mushy peas or
Mushy peas.
marrow fat pies.
No, mushy peas.
Mushy peas.
You have to have mushy peas in a chippy. Even marrow fat peas, they're useless. Use them for bullets. Yeah, so that's our chip shop rant over and done with.
Mm-hmm.
We are coming. Oh, better tell you this. I've got we've got a couple more weeks to go before the end of this session of our D&D adventure. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be finishing, but we are going to be going on to something different.
Ooh.
This will be a steampunk western roleplay, and Scragger is running this one.
Ooh.
So it might be a little bit interesting.
Will it be at Ace then?
I'm not sure whether it's going to be at Scragger's or whether it's going to be at Sea and Anita's. It's going to be at either place.
Because if it's at Scragger's, will it be food?
Oh no, there's a thought.
I might,
probably not.
I might come and say hello. Because I want to get into my steampunk stuff.
Well, this is I don't know what rule system he's using. I can't remember, but it's good. Hopefully, it's going to be interesting. I just have to think of a character for this, and I'm stumped. I want to be a sniper.
Do Westerns have snipers?
Yes, they do.
I thought they just have.
Or sharpshooter.
I thought they just have gun artists.
I think they were called sharpshooters in those days.
We'll have to watch some Westerns to find out.
Please, no. The only Western I like watching is the Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Magnificent Seven.
Will there not be any sort of steampunk Westerns?
Oh yeah, there's steampunk westerns. There's a tabletop skirmish game called Wild West Exodus. It has the miniatures, like Malifaux kind of thing, but it's
no, I mean
steampunk.
Film, so you can get inspiration.
Yeah, there's the only one that comes to mind, because I'm not a great Western fan, is Will Smith's Wild Wild West.
What was that? Cowboys and Aliens? I haven't seen that one either.
I don't think that wasn't steampunk.
Oh.
That was more science fiction.
Was it?
Mm.
Well, I've not seen that one
I
either.
think it might be comedy sci-fi, I don't know. I've not seen it myself. So yeah, that's going to be changing slightly. I set my table up the other night, Sunday night, to start painting some videos. I
fell asleep?
I started it up because I was watching an episode of Person of Interest, and while that was on and I was setting my table up ready for action, and I sat down to finish off watching the episode of Person of Interest, and the next thing I know, it was 2:30 in the morning. I'd nodded off and completely flaked out, so I didn't get the painting video done, but that will be coming up. I'm going to try my best to get that done over the next couple of days, because I want to get the Dungeon Circus stuff finished so I can have a proper go at it, because I miss playing that. I really enjoyed playing that when I first got it, so I want to get them all finished and then have a nice we can do the, what do we call it, the whole adventure.
Mhm.
That'll be good. So, is that it from you?
That's it from me.
And I think that's it from me as well. And I know it's a bit from Laughing Boy here because he's flaked out. So, all that remains is to say au farewell. So from Ali.
Take care, see you next time, and always smile, imagine and believe.
And from me, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.